Hello, my name is Simya, and today I'm going to be presenting my term paper. For the term paper, I chose the topic of Is there anybody out there? And this topic included the efforts of scientists to find extraterrestrial life outside of this planet, with a specific focus on the SETI research. So I started my term paper talking about how people started to wonder about any other life forms. And for a very long time, these only stayed within the sphere of imagination and theory. But in the 19th century, they evolved into actual scientific research. So Gauss, for example, and Littrow in the 19th century tried to signal our presence to other planets by using reflectors, but then quickly it's came to be understood that reflectors weren't actually the best device to communicate, but it was the radio waves. And then in the 20th century, in 1959, they did a thought experiment in which they found that actually in that time we had all the technology we needed to communicate with other life forms. And the research on this topic accelerated after that. With the project Ozma, Frank Drake in 1960 tried again to hunt for signals, and this is known as the beginning of modern search for extraterrestrial intelligence. So then in my term paper, I talked about 3 of these projects. The first one is called the Golden Record. This project included 2 golden plaques, which were launched into space with Pioneer 10 and Pioneer 11. And these plaques included sounds, photographs, music from our planet, and maybe in sometime some other life forms will encounter these plaques. And then the other incident was the WOW signal incident. In 1977, Jerry Ahman, a scientist working for SETI, intercepted a radio signal, and he circled the signal with red ink and wrote WOW, and thus the name was coined. What's interesting about this signal was that because of its structure, scientists know for sure, or there's like little to no possibility that this is something other than a radio wave. It's there's no possibility that it is an airplane or a satellite, for example. And then the other project is Breakthrough Listen. This project was launched in 2015, and it specifically focuses on technosignatures, which indicate the existence of intelligent life. But how are these projects done? Well, they use radio telescopes, and radio telescopes differ in size according to the kind of light wave they are trying to detect. They have an antenna which collects the radio wave, and the antenna collects it and focuses it to a single focus point. And in that point, we have receivers, which then amplify the radio wave and make it possible that further research can be done. SETI also uses other technologies like optical systems that try to find laser lights that may be being used by other life forms, but they usually rely on radio telescopes. But despite all of these efforts, there's no actual evidence that any other life form exists outside of our planet. And politicians and world leaders don't really seem to have a plan for what they will do if any signal is detected. Only the SETI committee has actually a protocol that states that if a signal is detected, they will make it known to everyone, and that they will not reply back without first consulting to the international community. So basically this was my term paper and these were my references.